Hey, what is up, you guys? This is Drew the Game right here. Welcome back to another video. Today, everyone, we are playing some more Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 here. And today, everyone, we're going to be doing a flyout, or maybe not a flyout, but a short flight. We are at Albany International Airport today, which is also kind of my local airport. Anyways, we're going to be flying from Albany, New York to Boston, Massachusetts today. That's the plan. I have flown out of Albany before. Like, I did an Albany to Jeddah flight. I did an Albany to Charleston flight. I did a Albany to New York flight, but I've never done an Albany to Boston, which is, it should be a flight that's done. I don't believe this flight is done, at least not anymore. I remember, I think in the 60s and 70s this was an actual flight, but I don't think it's done currently anymore. Today we have the American Airbus A319. Last time we did a flight kind of like this, we used a A318. I don't have an A318 right now, and that van there is pretty loud. Anyways, the plane is off. So, if we could figure out how to turn this stuff on. I haven't done this in a minute, so you'll have to bear with me here. Before... Okay, those are on. Alright, the APU is on. Alright, we need to wait for the available switch to show up there. The available light to show up. In the meantime, though, we can connect. I want ground services. Let's request jetway connection.
Albany Ground American 319er, could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Alrighty.
American 319er, the jetway is going to be connected.
Alright. Let's request a baggage and catering.
Albany Ground American 319er, could you please send the baggage?
American 319er baggage is on the way.
And let's get the catering.
Albany Ground American 319er, could you please send the catering truck?
American 319er, the catering truck is on the road.
Alright, baggage is already here. Alrighty. Whoa, what is... Oh, I guess is that the jetway connection? Great, well the jetway's connected. It seems to be intruding into the cockpit. Oh, hello there. Alright, passengers are already seated by the looks of it. Alright, everyone seems nice and comfy. Alright, the baggage is leaving and the catering truck is leaving too. Alright, passengers seem to be all situated, so let's request pushback.
Albany Ground American 319er requesting pushback.
American 319er pushback request accepted.
Okay, now this should go away now too. Yep, okay, there, that's gone. Passengers are all seated. and now it looks like we lost our power. Maybe. Nothing. I think we accidentally killed the, I think we accidentally killed the, So yeah, we were moving pretty slow, but it's because we had the,
Albany ground American Tree 19er requesting the end of pushback.
American Tree 19er request to end pushback received.
Okay, now something's going on. Alright, we got something going on now.
American Tree 19er request taxi for departure to the west with Quebec.
Yep, alrighty.
American Tree 19er taxi to and hold short of runway 28 using taxiway Alpha Delta Cross runway 19er Delta Charlie. Contact tower on 119er decimal flight when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 28 via taxiway Alpha Delta Cross runway 19er Delta Charlie American Tree 19er.
It's a shame because the pushback only pushed us all the way back here. It didn't push us back far enough. Oh man, oh, you can hear those engines roaring. I'm gonna have to turn my game down. It's just deafening. I think we can make this turnabout clip in the truck. Don't want to hit the catering truck. All right. Yeah, the engines are just absolutely deafening. Alright, Boston, here we come. So I think it's having us depart eastbound. No, maybe not. Maybe it's having us depart westbound. And then I guess that's weird. It would have made more sense for it to have us taxi over here and take off out of here. Taxi over here and then just take off straight this way, but meantime, we can set the autopilot up. I think we'll cruise at about 23,000 feet for our flight. So yeah, it looks like a westbound departure. contact. Hold short, so don't take off just yet. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty loud in here. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty loud in this plane. Whew. I was kind of surprised. I didn't think an Airbus could be this loud, but. Alright. In we come.
Albany Tower American Tree 19er ready at runway 28 west departure. American Tree 19er wind calm west departure.
Alright, we're cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff runway 28. Cleared for takeoff runway 28 American Tree 19er.
Alright, we have plenty of runway, so we don't need to, you know, back up and rev and get a boost. We could just turn right onto the runway and gun it. Because we got plenty of runway here. Okay, bit off center there. B1 rotate. All right.
Albany Tower American Tree 19er continue for west departure. American Tree 19er leaving my airspace.
All right, autopilot is set.
Albany Tower American Tree 19er frequency change. Albany approach American Tree 19er is type Airbus 2 miles west of Albany 1,600 feet.
Oh, it is climbing at a steep angle.
Charlie airspace.
That's the autopilot for you. Alright, the auto throttle is leveling us off at 80%, 88%.
American Tree 19er radar contact 3 miles southwest of Albany, 2,600 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Maintain on navigation.
Oh, we got, what do we got here? This is
The Charlie airspace American.
I-90 and I-87. This is, that road right there is the New York State Freeway. That goes from Buffalo to New York City, and this is the Northway, as we call it, and this road goes up to Canada. And that right there is I-90 that goes to Boston, and that there is New York 85, and that right there is actually my work, right there where my mouse is. That is right where I work. I mean, you can sort of see it, but... Now we're over the town of Colony, I believe this is called. I mean, we just took off from Albany, and I'm kind of from the area. This is like Colony, Loudonville area. Now, why did we stop climbing? I'm not sure why, but we stopped climbing for some reason. Flight level 230. Okay, now we're climbing again. Yeah, these engines are fucking screamers. These things scream.
Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved. American Tree 19er.
Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Center American Tree 19er is type Airbus 4 miles northwest of Flight Bravo 78200.
Alright, we're ready in touch with Boston Center.
First flight following.
American Tree 19er Boston Center. Squawk 6404.
Squawk 6404 American Tree 19er.
American Tree 19er radar contact 3 miles northwest of Flight Bravo 79,800 feet. Altimeter 29er.902.
Alright, we're like 10,000 feet now. It seems to be leveling off again. I'm not sure what's up with that, but seems to like to do that. Alright, we're steadily climbing. We're over like Pittstown now. That over there is Troy. We're over like Pittstown now, I'm guessing. Behind that mountain range is already Massachusetts. Yep, that's my hometown over there, I believe. I believe that there is my hometown. I think this is Babcock Lake. I think we're over like Petersburg now. So I know that's Petersburg down there. That's Petersburg Pass. That's already Williamstown, Massachusetts. So yeah, I'm kind of from this area, so that's kind of why I know it so well. Nope, the road just goes right through the mountains. Can't even actually see it through the mountains. Maybe I'm confusing it for a different road. Because I know there is a road that goes right through, that drives right over the mountains. Right here somewhere. Oh, we got some wind turbines there. Oh yeah, and I know this road. I just drove here a couple weeks ago. Yep, drove from here all the way down to that road. And then it took me back into New York. So essentially these mountains are like a barrier. The mountains are essentially the border between New York and Massachusetts. That there was already Pittsfield, Massachusetts. We flew there a couple of times. Clear skies. So yeah, it's Williamstown right there, and that there's North Adams. And after that, it gets pretty rural. It's just pretty much mountains. Western Mass is mostly mountains anyway. That's all we're going to see really on this flight. Once you get past once you get past the Connecticut River, it starts to get more populated. Seem to be coming up on our cruising altitude and our cruising speed. Got a couple of, we have a few randos flying around there. We got a Dances with Jew. Demigod. Blinking. Yeah, these are just some randos, but they have weird names. I would think they're probably flying into Boston, too. No flight attendants there doing something. Passengers seem to be enjoying themselves. Plane isn't particularly packed. I'd say it's no more than like half full. It's more like a third full, to be honest with you. Oh, hello there. She's pretty cute. Alright, let's get, I want to get a window seat. I can't even do that. These windows are tiny. Dude is a fucking beard tail. That looks weird. Like this, I've seen dudes tie their hair into, in America, we call this a rat tail. It's called a rat tail. Actually, no, maybe it's more of a, no, I'm not sure what it's actually called. It's too big to be a rat tail, but that is definitely a rat tail. Like if you did that to the back of your hair in America, we would call that a rat tail. But what this is, I have no idea what that is. If anyone knows, let me know, obviously. It's just a weird hairset. It goes down, all the way down to... I don't know how... Like, his beard just must... I bet if you untie that thing, that beard must be, like, 3 feet long. Damn, dude, shave. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to the cockpit and stop harassing the passengers. I gotta say, the passengers are pretty cute. And realistic looking. Oh, we got another one of these weird looking dudes. Yeah, I mean, these are obviously, they're all just like AI models. Oh, here's the Connecticut River. So now we're going to start seeing the more urban part of Massachusetts. Because, yeah, this is Greenfield, Mass. right here. We got I-91 that runs up from Vermont. There it goes down south, and this is Greenfield, Mass. Driven through here like once. I got lost. I'm not sure what that airport is called down there. I think it's Orange Municipal. I'm not sure what that airport is actually called. OB5. That doesn't tell me anything. I'm just going to look up on my phone what it's called. Because I have generally no idea what that airport is called. Let's see. Turner's Falls Municipal Airport, that's what it's called. Because, yeah, there's a town called, there's Greenfield, then there's Montage City, and then there's Turner Falls. All are kind of like right next to each other, just squished together. So, it's a small airport that serves all 3 of those towns or cities. I know Greenfield's a city. I don't know about the others, though. I gotta say, the flight's been pretty smooth so far. No real problems with the autopilot compared to sometimes. I remember a brief period in time where the autopilot in the A320 was just really bad. Or the autopilot in the 787 was also really bad, but it seems like they fixed all those bugs over time. This right here is Massachusetts Route 2. It starts out as New York Route 2 in Latham, New York, and it goes all the way to Boston, but it turns into Massachusetts too. not US 2 like most roads would be. Now that airport down there, that's Orange Municipal. Because I've driven past, well, I've driven past it, but I also flew into Orange a few times in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I flew in to Orange from Keene, and Keene is actually right there, believe it or not. Yeah, that's Keene. No shit. That right there is Keene, New Hampshire, guys. That's where I film all my showcases. So yeah, a few times I flew from up there all the way to down here for a showcase. I didn't think I could see Keene from here, but I can. That is Keene, New Hampshire. That's Dillon Hopkins, where we do all our showcases. So, yep, I would always fly from up there to down here. Well, not always, but, I mean, a few times we did fly all the way. Usually I would take off from Keene, fly around a little bit, and then fly right back to Keene. But a few times we did fly straight to Orange. And Orange is directly south of it, too, so it's a pretty easy fly. It's a pretty easy, stressless flight. But yeah, I always use Dillon Hopkins for my showcases, because before, when I had a pretty shitty GPU, I would be lucky if I got 20 FPS in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I could get 20, 25. I mean, when the game first came out, I was getting 30 FPS plus. But as they started adding shit, the frames just kept getting worse and worse. And sometimes I would get 21, sometimes I get 32, sometimes I get 10. So I would always just have it locked in at 20 for stability, because I would always get stable frames. For stability purposes, I locked it in at 20. But it could still get a little bit choppy at times. So I always use Dillon Hopkins and Keene, New Hampshire, because nobody ever flies to that airport. It's a big airport and yet not particularly used by anyone in the game, which is why I like it so much, because the more players there are, the more details there are, the harder it is on your GPU, essentially, and essentially more detailed areas with more players, you're going to get worse FPS. And I always use Dillon Hopkins for that, because no one was ever there, and it's not super detailed, so you don't have to worry about choppiness. That down there looks like to be, we flew past Orange Municipal. That could be Fitchburg Municipal Airport. I believe this here is Fitchburg, Mass. Or maybe that there was Fitchburg, Mass. I know there's a town called Fitchburg somewhere here. That is Springfield, I believe, to our south. I'm not sure what this would be. Contact Boston Center, alright.
Going to 133.325 American Tree 19er. Boston Center American Tree 19er flight level 230.
American Tree 19er, Boston Center, radar contact continue.
See what that airport was called, I'm just curious. Yeah, I'm not really sure where the hell we are. But regardless, that, I believe, down there. Well, we're already coming into Boston, so let's start our descent. Alright, let's set this down to 5,000. Yeah, yeah, 4,000 will get the job done fine. Yep, that down there is, I don't know what that airport is called. But we are coming into Boston. That is Logan International right there.
Boston Tower American 319er is 16 miles west flight level 230 with Echo to land.
American Tree 19er, Boston Tower. Altimeter 29er, decimal 9er 2, wind calm. Make left downwind, runway tree left.
Make left traffic runway tree left American 319er.
Runway 33, alright. Let's see. I'm going to check my phone to see where that is exactly so I can map this out. So yeah, Logan Airport is sort of on its own, like island. Where's runway 33 exactly? And something fell off my desk. Alright, runway 33 is this one right here where my mouse is. Runway 33 left, okay. I don't see a runway 33 right anywhere though. Yeah, I went to Boston a couple years ago in 22. Yeah, my senior trip in high school was to Boston. That was a fun trip.
American Tree 19er, wind
I gotta say,
clear to land runway
high school, I'm pretty nostalgic about it looking back.
Clear to land runway.
Like, I mean, I wasn't even super popular in high school. I didn't even have like a super great time in high school, if you think about it. But for some reason, I'm nostalgic about that time, I guess, because looking back, just shit was simpler for me, I guess, if you think about it. Take a little less speed brake. I mean, yeah, now I'm in a community college. I'm not sure what that would be called for my viewers in the UK, but I think you guys have something like that. I'm not sure what you guys call it, though. But yeah, now I'm in college. Got a small business now. And I have a job that's also... Oh, I kind of have mixed feelings for that job. Well, one thing I do a lot more in high school one thing I do a lot more of now that I didn't do in high school is drive. Because before, I mean, I lived 10 minutes away from my school, so before in high school, it was a 10-minute drive, and my work was a number 15 from there. And then I'd just drive right over after school, not a big deal. Everything was simple. Well, simpler, I'd say. I don't know why, but for some reason, it was just a simpler time. I guess I'm pretty nostalgic for it. Like, 21 was definitely a good year for me. 22 was alright for me, but 2021 was a pretty good year, looking back. It's also kind of when my YouTube career was at its peak. Because it was still during the lockdown, so I was streaming like every day, if you guys remember that. Some of you guys might remember that. I mean, I know some of my viewers are from that time. I know some of my viewers I recently just picked up. But yeah, my new job is like, school's now a 40-minute drive. My work's another 20 minutes. And then the drive back home is about 45 to 50. It's exhausting. Looking back, I probably would have taken a job closer to home, but didn't have a choice, I guess. Alright, it's going to be a short final. We're going to take some flaps. Okay. Speed brake full. Flaps full, gear down. Gear should slow us down a little bit. Alright, not a bad final. Little off center, but oh man, and we're getting choppy frames here. Oh, that was hard. Yeah, that was not particularly good. That was a bit hard.
American Tree 19er exit runway when able.
Yeah, that was a hard landing. And off center, but I guess, we did come in a bit fast and we didn't really line ourselves up too well. Let's give ourselves some.
American Tree 19er, turn next taxi.
Yep, I am. Ah, reversers are still on, that's why. So yeah, we got another flight simulator coming out this year. We got Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 coming out. Seems to happen every year there's a presidential election.
American Tree 19er, contact ground on 121.9er.
121.9er, American Tree 19er. Goodbye.
Alright, let's park right at the gate. Alright, let's request a jetway connection. There's 3 frequencies for ground.
Boston ground, American Tree 19er. Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
American Tree 19er, the jetway is going to be connected.
Alright, powering down the engines. Not a bad flight, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Well, anyways, I guess that wraps up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please subscribe if you guys want more videos like these, and have a good day.